right, so today's video, we are watching a Gold 1 tank on PC play a Wrecking Ball. And they say, this game was intense on way too many levels. At the start of the game, we were getting rolled pretty much immediately. And by second point, my teammates were already complaining that I was playing ball on defense and told me to swap. I told them that I didn't need to swap because ball was my best tank and there was no tank I could play better. But by the end of the first point, my team was literally shouting at me through voice chat saying I was completely useless and not providing any value as they were getting rolled every fight. I tried to explain to them my job isn't to be their shield and that if they're getting rolled, maybe they need to stop trying to smooch the enemy Reinhardt on the cheek. Okay, and learn better positioning. This is great. I was getting insulted all game, called bad stuff, sorry to hear that, and my entire team was ganging up on me. I had just gone from the past 3 games getting praised for great Wrecking Ball gameplay to getting told that I was the worst tank in all of Overwatch. Eventually, during second point attack, I told them if we wanted to win, we needed to stop fighting, play the game, and that was the point things turned around. Now, I really thought I wasn't the problem this game. I wasn't the best ball in the world, but surely I wasn't that bad, right? Could you tell me what went wrong? There's a lot to unpack here, so let's just see what happens, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Like, just to kind of give you an idea, you know you can just, like, grapple up here for free and, like, just pile drive down at the corner rather than to, like, do that. If you right-click up here, it's not going to put your grapple on a cooldown, so then you just pile drive, use your shield, and get out. I don't know. I feel like you could have gotten easily taken out there. So, like you could have done this, but without the... Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, listen, you can say what you want about, like, you're not you did not set your team up for success right there. I gotta be real with you. Wrecking Ball's, like, strength is survivability, right? So, going in and oh boy, okay. So, okay, we gotta, your grapples are so important, right? Your grapple is so important that you can't, like, miss your grapples out. And coming from somebody who used to call myself Wrecking Ball, like Pinball Peter, you cannot pinball around every corner. If you do that, you're never going to get full value, and you're going to spend too much time with downtime. So I'll kind of give you an idea. So if I play against a good Wrecking Ball, right? Like say I'm playing in a top 500 game against a good Wrecking Ball. You need to basically smoothly go into their team, make them all look at you. What you're doing right now. See, this is Wrecking Ball at peak. See this right here, chat? Everybody's looking at the Wrecking Ball, and you're getting out. This is what you want every single time. The problem with Wrecking Ball sometimes is that you don't have much wiggle room, right? So if you heck up a movement and you're in like a small corridor, you're screwed, right? Like you saw what happened to you on first point. You weren't even in a corridor. And you want your teammates to help, but like, look at them. Your teammates need time. Your teammates need time to set up. You can get mad at your teammates all day long, vice versa, but this is just 2 people on a different page. You should hide now. Just hide. Don't go to the point. Don't. I got to be honest with you. You need to work on that movement. Like, that movement is rough. Like, you got to be able to, like, maneuver out of there. Most of the time, you're going to fall over there. All right, go to the high ground. Nax, thanks for the prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. That was a good, that was the first, like, smooth rotation I've seen from you. Right there. Don't go back in. No reason to go back in. You don't need to, oh, God. Okay, so let's talk about this. If they're all stacked right here and they're all looking at you, you're a free kill. So what you do is you pop your ultimate, you rotate out, you grapple up here safely with the grapple retract, you go back here, and then you move in and boop them into your ult. That's what you want to do. Instead, you just go right back into them. They're all looking at you. You already had a good ultimate and pile drive, so why not rotate up and then back to the same spot this way? Then you can boop them in, get a free kill, and then if not, they have to turn to look for you, and then your teammates all here get more value. Like, I know you said you didn't think you were a problem, or et cetera, but like right now, like you're just going in and feeding most of the time. Okay, now stay near point. Yep. Hey, Chad, going off the point there is okay for the Wrecking Ball. Like, truthfully, I don't think they were going to win that team fight. So I would have committed to the team fight and just either won or lost it there, but it's each your own. Okay, so right now, Okay, there it is. Now what's your plan? Get out? Perfect. Smooth. Okay, now you have no cooldowns. What's your plan? Health pack? Okay. Okay, this is okay for now. Looking at the scoreboard right now, too. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. What do you expect your teammates to do right there? Backline is what you want to do, right? But if your team isn't there to do anything to follow up, all you're doing is giving them, like, no opportunity to follow up. Because all the Ryan needs to do is go AFK at that point, right? Drama, thanks for the prime, so thank you. Like, these plays right here are good. You're going in, you're getting out, and then you're going to rotate back, right? Now you rotate back. There you go. All right, boom. Now you can pop your ult if you want. You don't have to. I would pop your ult now. I actually would pop your ult. I would. Why are you taking the scenic? Well, yeah, I mean, the pile drive, I was going to bring that up later, but I think there's more things to worry about right now. I just want to talk about this very quickly. When you went into their backline and got your ultimate, if you ulted right there, I would have been great. Awesome. You're going to disrupt them. Then, after you didn't ult them, I said, okay, maybe you want to go ult the point near the Rhine. Instead, you just roll back, right? Like you were basically like the equivalent of somebody just hit a golf ball and the ball was rolling to wherever it was going to. You didn't even do anything at that point. Then it was a 2v5. You have to remember, right? I think you feel like you're in the backline doing all this pressure, but all you're doing is going in, falling over, rinse and repeat. Well, yeah, I was going to say about that with the grapple is like if you're going in the air really high and then doing really high pile drives, that also at times gives them more opportunity to like follow up on it. That's why if you're going to pile drive down, you can preset up your grapple on high and just dangle there, wait, and then drop down and then grapple out. But you're just committing all your cooldowns, and that's the problem. So now let's see how your attack goes. Maybe your attack wrecking ball is better, but I don't know. Like so far, this has been a bit of a roughie. Okay. This part's okay. Going back behind them, this is a good idea. This is... Do you see how have you noticed that like every time you get out, you're like battling for like your HP and like everything? That's not how Wrecking Ball is going to end up being played a lot of the time. Like you don't want to be in this endless battle of like having to like maneuver around with no cooldowns. Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh boy. Okay. I get resetting. Okay. Don't grapple. Don't even grapple yet. Don't grapple yet. Hey, don't. No. Oh. Okay. Let's talk about this very quickly. It seems like you feel so obligated that you have to grapple slam. Dude, why not just start shooting some shots at the Ana? Make the Ana use a cooldown on you, and then grapple out and escape if you need to, and then save your shield. You're basically doing the very default way of like Wrecking Ball from like 8 years ago. You're not doing anything that would make them go, oh crap, watch out for the Wrecking Ball. You're just doing the same play. You can't expect your teammates to be able to follow up and help you if you're not even in a spot to be able to give them an opportunity to follow up. You're not doing much on that. You're just doing the same grapple slam play, right? And you're expecting the result to be different each time, but like, it's the same thing. Ana throws a grenade at you, or sleep. You grapple, do 4 damage, and then your team gets stuck at choke. You can ask your teammates to push past the Rhine all day long, but like, it's not like they can follow up with anything you're doing to begin with, so how can they push past the Rhine if there's nothing to follow up on to begin with? Oh, you accidentally booped the res. Big slam. Oh, that's going to be a good bash ult. Like, every single time is like a battle for you on Wrecking Ball. I don't know. You don't have the... You got to work on, like, truthfully, the movement needs to be, like, picked up on. Your grapples need to be more, like, predetermined. So you're not just, like, grapple in the air. Okay, here we go again. Like... I'm just, like right there is a nanoed Rhine. So you go towards the nano Rhine. You barely are shooting your weapon. So you're basically trying to go in as Wrecking Ball and like use your movement to get kills, but then your movement isn't matching what you're supposed to do. So like your whole gameplay loop is go in, do minimal amount of damage, get no cooldowns out, maybe one, and then go get a mini health pack and then regen, rinse, and repeat. Like, you're gonna win this because your team has an ult stack. Like, your team is just gonna ult a bunch. Big slam. Okay, there's your... You got a kill on Ana. There you go, huge. All right, let's go get that HP back. No, let's just go run into him. Health pack right there, okay. Yep, the classic, I think they're there, pile drive. Oh, yep. This one might be good. That pile drive, you know what, chat? That one was good because they're all stacked and your teammates were there. I'm not going to be mad about that one. That was a good pile drive. Again, you did the same rotation thing you did, but good pile drive. Okay, so stat line. Ooh, 6 and 9, nice. Again, but chat, see, like, this is what I mean. Like, the Wrecking Ball probably looks at the scoreboard and goes, oh, my team's feeding. But, like, imagine if you were playing ranked chat and there's a Reinhardt just standing in front of your team and you don't have the ability to really push past because the Rhine is able to basically stop you in place. And then if you do get past the Rhine, there's a Bastion. Do you see what I'm saying? Is it fair to say their team isn't doing anything fantastic either? Well, yeah, I mean, but, like, what I'm saying is that the problem they're running into is there's no follow-up happening, right? And, like, the follow-up is not happening, like, and that's going to be the problem, right? There's no follow-up. But, like, what I'm getting at is the Wrecking Ball hasn't given them much to follow up on. So, like, let me give you an example. If I have a Wrecking Ball who's playing against this comp, what would be something that would be beneficial? Maybe the Wrecking Ball boops the Bastion in, the Ana in. Maybe the Wrecking Ball, you know, gets the Bastion to use turret form and gets out and survives. It feels like there's no rhyme or reason to what the Wrecking Ball wants to do, right? It's like, I'm just going in, I'm hitting my buttons, I'm getting out with 10 HP, rinse and repeat. But you're not even, like, booping people in. You're not pile driving, like, you know, 3 of their heroes into the air. So that way there's, like, you're doing the same gameplay loop and it's just not working because it's, like, it's a very generic style of Wrecking Ball. And if you want to keep getting better at Wrecking Ball, there's 2 things you need to get good at. Maneuvering around the map easily and then comboing that with surviving. And then also using your mechanics and being consistent with your grapples. And, like, you're just not doing any of that. That's a good, right there, good pile drive. Now they can shoot at a soldier out of position, right? Like, that's better. Okay, now you shoot at the Mercy or the Ana. Shoot at the Mercy or the... Systems operating at maximum. That's what you see what I'm... What, I mean, maybe you were picking a perk. Maybe you were picking a perk right there, and that's why you rolled that way. But still, like... I'm going to assume they were picking a perk. That's the only thing I can think of. They got the pile drive perk. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you were playing against that comp, I don't see why you would go that Wrecking Ball perk. Now, again, I'm not gonna take it away from you, right? You know, there's some good Wrecking Balls to make it work. But here's the one thing to say. The other perk is like a Zarya bubble. So if you're playing against an Ana, a Bastion that does a lot of damage, and a Rhine, and all these heroes that can do damage to you, like, you can literally, yeah, you can outplay the Ana by just using your E correctly. Against that comp, I don't see why you wouldn't take the Zarya bubble one, right? That doesn't help them slam? Yes, it does. I would argue that the AoE shield would help you be able to pile drive more than a longer pile drive in the air to move around. Because you're gonna be able to, like, not get CC'd, right? So anyway, let's see what happens. Okay, now wait on your HP. Give it a second. Okay, I'll let you do this rotation. Now you're back to the, what's the plan? Okay, you're gonna go up these stairs. You don't like the other stairs? You like these stairs? Okay. So now what? You're gonna grapple up to the high ground and slam in. There it is. Okay, they can follow up on that. Surprised you didn't pop your ult. Just do that the first time. That's a... Yeah, you can shoot at them too here. Yeah, there you go. Even if your aim is like a little bit off here, sometimes it's just better to put some extra damage in. All right, there's the late beat, but that's, you know, I honestly, I couldn't have predicted that either. Why don't you grapple to places? Do you feel like you can only just like grapple on the high ground? Is like that it? Like I'm confused. Like you're just, it feels like you just have a very like one-dimensional play style and that is it. And anything outside of that is like, it's just not happening. Okay, here we go. Pile driving in, right? Okay. Good value. Shooting at the Mercy. Oh, stuck on the card again. Oh, lost momentum. See what I mean about your movement? Okay. Big slam. That point is looking scary right there, chat. Okay, you got the point. Awesome. Remember, like you can grapple like the floor basically, or grapple the side of a wall. There you go, like that. But you can do that more. Look at your cooldown. It's only like 5 seconds. Awesome. Okay. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, Pinball Peter. Here, oh, yeah. There we go. Definitely a lot to work on. But that's okay, because once you work on stuff, hopefully you'll improve. I like those mines. Cutting off the Reinhardt there with the mines. Can't really push in to help him. That's a good usage. That's why I wanted you to ult the other 3 times you were in that spot. Because it's just such a good opportunity. Yep. Remember, Wrecking Ball is one of the few heroes, too, that, you know, builds your ultimate after you use your ult, if you didn't know. So, like, hey, if you put your mines out there, go build more ult charge, right? Like, you can get your ults pretty quickly. Especially if the team fights don't end up being immediate, like, wins, you know? That pile drive was okay, as long as you get out and survive, and don't go back in without your E. Okay, you can go in with that ult. Nice pile drive on the soldier. Mercy behind you. I would look at the Mercy. Okay. Remember, Mercy can go in the air. Yay, you rolled into somebody for damage. Let's go. Remember, you can also use your shields here for your teammates. You can double hit your E button. There you go. There you go. Big slam. That might be the game. Well, don't wait. You can play for a draw. You can play for a draw. This is huge news. He did the same play. I got some homework for you on Wrecking Ball. I want you to go into the training range, and I want you to maneuver around the training range without hitting walls for like a full 2 minutes. I like, this is, here's the problem. I get that, like, you're going, oh, like, I'm creating space, but you're not. Like, space creation is like, you need to do it at the same time so your teammates can work with you. You're just going in and doing the same plays. Like, it's just not, like, I'm waiting for this this team fight to finish up here because I assume it's over here, but we'll see. Maybe they draw it out, but I don't think so. There you go. Yep. There it is. Okay, I'll pause it right here. Okay, so let's talk about this very quickly. Obviously, you don't want to, you know, get inflamed. No one wants that, so we're not going to go to that part of this. But like, the one thing I'll say is you can't go in 1v5 as Wrecking Ball over and over again if you don't have the movement to be able to back up your plays. And every single time you went in, like you're basically pinball petering around the map. You're hitting walls. You're not doing any follow up. You're barely shooting at them. You got to get out of this gameplay loop of grapple really far up. Let them see me, pile drive in, roll away slowly. Every good Wrecking Ball that I will play against or see will basically be around the map, constantly have uptime, but they use their uptime based off of their cooldowns. Learn to grapple like on the ground more. Learn how to, a tech you can do. You take your grapple and you go on top of a roof and you retract up. It doesn't even use the cooldown. So then you can go there, you can pile drive and then grapple out. You get value, your teammates follow up, you roll back to your team, and then you set up and do it again. But like your whole gameplay loop is the same thing. You weren't even grappling out of spawn sometimes. Why? It's a 5-second cooldown. Use that momentum. I hate to break it to you, if you want to play Wrecking Ball in the 5v5 setting and you want to get a lot of value, You need to work on that movement and that survivability and the way that you're playing the grapples. Otherwise, you're going to end up having games that your teammates can't do anything because, truthfully, that Reinhardt, all he needed to do was hold his shield up. That's it. Because the moment you pile drived in, they went, all right, well, that's it. Well, you're not shooting at us. Like, you're not shooting at us, so I'll see you later. You truly can take over games as Wrecking Ball, but if you play that way, it's going to be really tough to do that consistently. So, got to clean it up. Hopefully the games get better. I mean, you got this. You absolutely got this. Like the video, make sure to like button, subscribe to YouTube if you haven't, leave a comment. All that helps. You want to submit your own. My Discord's where to do that. And if you want to watch more spectatings on tanks, supports, tank, whatever we put here on the bottom left, it's going to be a good one. So make sure to check it out. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day / night.